Crimson Trace announces Laser Guard Pro for today's most popular concealed carry firearms, combining a red or green laser sight with 150 lumen light, taking personal defense to the next level. Available now at your local dealer.
#1 national voice in defense of your Second Amendment rights. Gun Talk, available on iTunes and on the free Gun Dealio smartphone app for Android and iPhone. To be on the air with Tom, call us now, 866-825-5486 or 1-TOM-TALK-GUN. Now, here's Tom.
Yeah, we're still going to be talking about guns. Even when we get off the air, we're going to be talking about guns. That's what I do. I talk about guns and shooting and competition and optics and ammo and hunting. Sometimes collecting. I'm not really a collector, though. Just because you have a bunch of guns doesn't mean you're a collector. It means you don't know how to get rid of guns. Welcome. I'm Tom Gresham. Our number here is 866-TALK-GUN, or just dial Tom Talk Gun, because that's what we do. We talk about guns. By the way, you have only 1 week. It's a 1-week deal. We're going to be giving away a Ruger American Rifle in .30-06 Springfield. The only way you can enter this is to get the special code through your Gun Dealio smartphone app, available on Android and iOS, Apple phones. It's free. If you have Gun Dealio on your phone, make sure you have updated it, because if you don't, you won't get the code. If you do, you're going to get this code, and then you go to the website, put in your code, and you'll be entered for a chance to win a .30-06 Ruger American Rifle. Simple as that. All right, 2017. When I look back, and I was so glad to see this article in the Washington Free Beacon, because it was exactly what I wanted to say. My man of the year, their man of the year, our man of the year for 2017, Stephen Williford. Oh, who's Stephen Williford? Stephen Williford, I'm going to read the article, just a paragraph or so, just so you remember. Stephen Williford was at his home on the morning of November 5th when his daughter informed him of gunshots being fired at nearby Sutherland Springs First Baptist Church. A man had opened fire on worshipers and was murdering them in droves. Williford, disregarding his own safety, grabbed his AR-15 and he ran barefoot toward the gunfire. Williford arrived at the church as the gunman was still executing victims. He engaged him, shooting the murderer several times and causing him to flee the area while Williford gave chase. Stephen Williford. One of the things that drives the gun banners crazy about this story, and frankly why the general media has largely avoided the story, is because their narrative of the AR-15 being used only to murder people is all torn up with this one. The AR-15 semi-automatic firearm, a rifle, the modern sporting rifle as we call it, according to them, is only used by madmen. Except here we have a church-attending family man who used an AR-15 to save people, and oh, by the way, oh, horrors of horrors, he's an NRA member and a former NRA firearms instructor. And he just saved these people with this evil, terrible, awful black rifle. Stephen Williford, certainly I concur with the idea of him being our man of the year, 2017. Let's see, Hal's on line 4. Let me make sure I've got this right. Whoop, no, I tell you what, I think we may have lost. Do we still have Hal, guys? Yeah, I think we do. Hal's on line 4 at Trapper Creek, Alaska. Let's punch in 4, see if Hal's still there. Hey, Hal, you there?
I'm still here, Tom. How
Excellent.
You doing?
I am great.
Well, I've been listening to your program, and this morning you was talking with Alan Gottlieb about funding for our Second Amendment rights and what 2018 might bring. And I've got a challenge to my fellow shooters.
Okay.
And I've got a solution for some of our problem. A lot of our companies here, Cabela's, Brownells, Midway, to name a few, have a roundup program. And in the past, I've always said, yeah, go ahead and round it up, and they rounded up $1.49 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And here about 4 months ago, in a flash of brilliance, I went, I'm buying a rifle, and I'm spending $800 on that. If I put in like 2 boxes of shells extra on this roundup, and if everybody did that, it'd be a formidable bunch of money for our Second Amendment organizations to
yes, it would.
to fight the Bloombergs.
So how would you propose, just a suggestion, you're thinking about a percentage, you think about a set amount. If you said, okay, I want to round it up, what, $10 or 5% or 10%, or think of it like when you go into a restaurant, what's our tip going to be? I mean, what are you thinking?
That's exactly my thoughts originally, was a percentage like, 5%, treat it like a tax or treat it like a tip.
Mm-hmm.
Send it to, and if your local gun store does not have a roundup, when you get home, write a check to your favorite Second Amendment organization.
Sure. And these days, you don't even have to do a check. You can usually just do it online, throw it onto a credit card. Here's $10 or here's $20 or whatever it happens to be. It adds up, and we're trying to fight Bloomberg kind of money, which is formidable in the extreme. The man is worth more than $40 billion, with a B, $billion, and he said he's retired now. He's got nothing to do but try to strip us of our gun rights, and he's working. Did you hear Alan say that he actually has more workers on the ground fighting against gun rights than the NRA and the Second Amendment Foundation combined?
Yes, I heard that, and the only way we can do that is with some money, so we can put people on the ground to counteract that and buy some airtime.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand airtime sways public opinion. We need to sway it back our way.
Yeah, the truth wins, and we do have the truth on our side. We have the Stephen Willifords of the world. We have people saving police officers. We had a woman who saved a police officer who was being beaten. She jumped out of her car and shot this guy who was, this is only like 6 weeks ago. We have people using guns to save other people every single day in the United States. We have to get that message out because the media isn't going to cover it. They're not.
Yep, that's for sure. And if every one of your listeners would put a percentage of whatever they feel comfortable with, 2%, 5%, 10%, whatever they can afford, to do that, it's a couple boxes of ammunition. So do that on every purchase, whether you're buying scopes, ammo, holsters, pistols, rifles, and have your listeners tell their friends who are not listeners yet, haven't been enlightened, that we could actually put out a pretty good, there's a lot of us here.
I like it. A little bit at a time adds up. It's a great idea, Hal. Thank you for that. That's brilliant. We think it's a good thoughts up there in Alaska. Let me go quickly to Will on line 2 out of Spokane, Washington. Hey, Will, what's on your mind?
Thank you for having me on. I just wanted to piggyback on a lot of that you said about our gun rights, and they're being threatened in the up-and-coming legislature in Washington State, Tom. We've got the famous Bob Ferguson that is venomously going after our modern sporting rifles with outright bans proposed, magazine bans, but more what's interesting and unique is a licensing scheme that those of us that choose to have modern sporting rifles will have to register and pay a fee to continue to own that particular type of firearm. And the legislature begins next week, and I figure there's about 200,000 owners of AR-type rifles, modern sporting rifles, in Washington State, and we need to get everybody mobilized to voice their opposition, Tom.
No, exactly right. And there are people who are going to sit back and say, well, if they pass it, I'm just not going to register. Okay, great. All right, you'll be violating the law. And a lot of people in New York did exactly that. But the time to, I understand civil disobedience. I get that. But how about just instead of losing and then disobeying the law, how about we just win? And you know how we win? We show up. We show up and we spend money. That's it. That's the whole deal. How do you win in this battle? You show up and you spend money. And I'm not talking about throwing $5 or $10 in. It's like, okay, give me $100. Give me $100. Give me $50. You know, if you had 50,000 people throw $100 each into it to keep their rifles, you win. It's as simple as that. You simply win. So thank you, Will. I appreciate that. And we're under attack in a lot of states, but the state fights are the tough ones because a lot of people don't pay attention, and a lot of people, gun owners in states, don't have a way of staying informed. That's why I keep telling you, join your state organization. Please, please, please join your state organization. They will keep you informed. Otherwise, you wake up one morning and you go, really, they did what? When did that happen? Don't be that guy, okay? 866-TALK-GUN. Be right back.
In the war on terror, fighting crime in the streets, in competition and homes around the world, one name in firearms stands out: Sig Sauer. Our pistols and rifles are renowned for their unfailing performance. This same commitment to excellence can be found in our line of SigTac accessories and the training offered by the Sig Sauer Academy. For unmatched quality, reliability, and innovation when it counts, choose Sig Sauer. Visit sigsauer.com today.
Hi, this is Tom Gresham from Gun Talk. America is losing critical wildlife habitat at a rate of one football field every hour. It's happening on the Louisiana coast, but it's critical to all sportsmen and conservationists. These precious wetlands provide winter habitat for more than 10 million ducks and geese annually, waterfowl that migrate north through dozens of states. Don't shrug it off. Get involved. You can help. Visit vanishingparadise.org.
There's only one place where you can buy that firearm you've always wanted and turn it into your very own. That place is Brownells.com. Now offering a huge selection of firearms from all your favorite brands. Brownells is the spot to buy online. When you're choosing your gun, be sure to look over the enormous selection of parts, accessories, ammo, and more to make that firearm your masterpiece. Brownells.com. Serious about firearms.
Attacks happen every day. How will you react? See real people put into real-life criminal attack situations on First Person Defender. Discover what works and what doesn't. Kidnapping, ATM robbery, home invasion, and other attacks. Learn how to save your life and the lives of your family. Get the entire first season on DVD at shopguntalk.com. Get prepared. Shopguntalk.com.
Why do hunters and shooters love the Ruger American Rifle? With right-handed and left-handed versions, all-weather, Magnum, Compact, Predator, Ranch, and Scope package options, there's a Ruger American for everyone. Lightweight with an adjustable trigger and minute of angle accuracy, Ruger American rifles pack in the features. Is the Ruger American the best rifle on the market? See for yourself at your local retailer or at Ruger.com. That's Ruger.com.
By the way, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you want to know what's going on, I give daily updates there on news reports, things that are happening in the States, news about new products that are being introduced. It's really simple. You just go on Twitter, follow me. I am at Gun Talk, pretty easy on Twitter. Let's see here. Line 3, Peter's in Pensacola, Florida. He got something. What'd you get there, Peter?
Hi, Tom. You asked who got a gun for Christmas. Well, I didn't get one for Christmas, but I did get one for my anniversary.
Nice.
My bride gives me a gift certificate to one of our local gun shops, and so now I'm getting a lesson in delayed gratification.
Okay, what'd you order?
Don't judge me. I ordered the Kel-Tec Sub 2000 for the 9mm Glock 19.
How nice. That is, you're going to have so much fun with that rig.
And, of course, then today I hear the ad for the new Ruger PC9, and I'm thinking, had I just waited? But that's okay. You know, this is one I've wanted for a while, And again, I'm getting a lesson in delayed gratification, so I'm hoping it'll come in somewhere around Easter.
Do you already have some Glock mags you can use with it?
I do, for my Glock 19. So I wanted something that I could use in both.
Right.
And if something happened and I only had the magazine for my pistol, I still wanted to be able to use it in the rifle.
Well, I would just say that, to kind of feed your fever, just like go buy a new magazine every week while you're waiting.
Yeah, the Magpoles are really, really inexpensive.
Well, you're going to need a bunch of mags because you're going to shoot a lot of ammo out of that. Also, if you poke around, there are some 30-plus, 30-round mags for the Glock out there.
Yes, I found out, and that would be just perfect for carrying in a rifle.
Yes, it would. That would really be nice, that little carbine. You're going to have a bunch of fun with that. Well, congratulations. That's a very nice wife you have there, my friend.
Yeah, she treats me really well.
That's excellent. Thank you for the call, sir. I appreciate that. All right, let's go over to Kansas, line 1, where John's with us with the range reports. Actually, more than one. Hey, John. John in Salina, Kansas. Hey, John, you there?
Yes.
Hi.
Sorry, I got another call at the same time.
That happens. We're busy.
Anyway.
So I hear you have more than one range report for us.
Yes. I was telling Michelle that I hang on every word that you guys say, so I go out and buy everything you talk about.
Okay.
And I'm not too scientifical, but I thought you might be accurate in saying that it only takes 5 minutes to get the blink security cameras up.
The blink cameras, and I've been saying it takes about 5 minutes, so how long did it take you?
Oh, well, since I'm not too scientific, it probably took me 6 minutes, but no, they are as neat as you have described. My only complaint is after I put it up, I noticed that there was some fat old guy coming and going out of my front door, and I said, I think that camera adds 15 pounds. So, no, they work very well. They really have a lot more capability. I mean, you're telling about half the story because you can do a lot with them, and you can turn them off and on remotely with your cell phone, and not a monthly fee or anything. I mean, it really is marvelous. I've been able to see what critters go across my back porch during the night too.
What have you seen?
Which mostly our neighbor's cats, and a bird that thought he didn't like the blue dot, I guess.
And the camera.
A little bit of a you can actually set that so it doesn't have the blue light that goes up, but it's just not even noticeable. So
that's cool. I am so glad really that you like them.
I got the 10% off.
Yeah.
I mentioned Gun Talk, and anybody that has any desire or any need for that, I would strongly encourage it.
And I know people they hear me say, "Look, you can set this thing up in 5 minutes," and people are going, "Really? It's an internet thing." I mean, how long is this going to take me to set up? I mean, it's stupid. It's so easy.
Yeah, it's you get the app. I mean, you hardly even need to read the directions, so you don't risk losing your man card because there's not much direction to read.
I don't think I did read the directions. I think I just started the app and just said, "Oh, let's just punch this and see what happens."
Yep, the app walks you right through it, and I actually gave 2 cameras, 2 indoor cameras to one of my sons, and he's going to put them in his place, I think.
Oh, okay.
But they are really, I think, better than advertised. And they are standing up to some very cold temperatures, too. We're down to 0 degrees here.
Oh.
And, well, that's another thing. It also tells you what the temperature is at your camera. And
how about
it's pretty accurate.
Yeah. I mean, as you say, we don't even give out all the stuff it can do. I just kind of hit the highlights and go, okay, this is a cool system here, and you really ought to get it. And, it's very affordable, isn't it?
Oh, it is. And I have had some other systems in the past, and I said, well, this what I really like is the way you can turn it off and on. So that if you're going to be around the house, you don't want it chirping on your phone every time you walk.
You don't want to get a notification of the motion detector while you're walking around your house, but then, when you leave, you can turn it on, and if anything moves, then it's going to send you a notice.
Turn it on at night and so forth.
All right. So what else did you get?
Well, the other range report, I had a 22 caliber suppressor, and which I just used on my old 2245, which was pretty sweet. Mm-hmm. And I got to talking with another guy who we got talking. Well, how quiet can you make things?
Right.
And so I decided a bolt action 22 with a threaded barrel would be the way to go. And I just went to the local gun shop, and he pulled up on his computer. We looked at, and I ended up getting a Savage Mark II 22 with this carbine, basically, with threaded barrel, and put that on it, and some subsonic ammunition. And I can hear the thud of the bullet on the berm. That's about it.
Yes. Well, yeah, you figured it out. If you go to a bolt action, now you don't have a semi-auto where the action opens and the gas escapes. So it all goes out, has to go through the suppressor. And if you're using subsonic ammo, which is the key, it really is quiet.
Yes. And I was telling Michelle, it even, in my evil brain, I'm not sure how few decibels it was making. I actually have a decibel meter. I ought to check it. But I was thinking, well, that Aguilar ammunition, the really short 22s, that might be almost completely silent. But I don't know if that's got enough power to really make it down a barrel.
Oh, it will, but you're also not going to gain much. It's not going to be much quieter, because once you go subsonic, you're pretty much as quiet as you're going to get. I'm looking, the Aguila has a 40-grain bullet at 1,000 feet per second. They've got one at 925 feet per second. So all of those are subsonic. So as long as you're staying subsonic, shooting that or shooting good target ammo that's subsonic, it's going to be quiet. And you're right. A bolt-action 22 with a suppressor is incredibly quiet. The key is just to use the subsonic. Well, thank you for the range report. That is very cool, and I'm glad you like the blink cameras. Yeah, I'm a fan. I really am. No kidding. We'll tell you a little bit more about that when we come back. Also, we're looking for your range reports. Anything that you've been shooting? It doesn't have to be new. It could be old, like an old favorite gun, your mama or your daddy's gun that you got. I'd love to hear those stories as well. I've got a couple of my mother's guns. They fit me better when I was a kid. Kind of grew up with it. That's where it goes sometimes. 866-TALK-GUN. That gets you in here. I'm Tom Gresham. This is Gun Talk.
Sign up for our Gun Talk newsletter and join the Truth Squad at www.guntalk.com. Now, back to Gun Talk with Washington Times opinion page regular contributor Tom Gresham.
Hey, welcome back to Gun Talk. Glad that you were here. You know, it was funny, we just had this call. Let's see, John out of Salina, Kansas, he just got his blink cameras. He was giving us the full report. I mean, he sounded like a commercial. He's talking about this. He says, you don't tell the half of it. These things do a whole lot more than you talk about. Yeah, I know. We can't tell everything about it, but, you know, they're pretty cool. And I've been saying for a while, look, you can set these up in 5 minutes. And I just pulled that number, out of the air, just thinking, well, and it didn't take me very long. And I think you could do it in about 5 minutes. He said he was slow. It took him 6 minutes to set up his blink security cameras. And he's looking at critters outside with them. And they've got outdoor models and indoor models. And, they've got motion detector systems on them, so they'll send you a notification on your phone, on your app, if something moves or somebody comes into your house or somebody comes and picks up a package in the front, or if somebody just comes and delivers a package, you'll know that it delivered, and you can look at the video of it. You don't have a monthly fee, and Lord knows we've all had those. A lot of us had those monthly fees with security systems before. This thing just goes straight to you wherever you are. You don't have to depend upon somebody calling you with the information. So I do like that about it. And the Blink guys have been very good to us. They tell us that they're selling 3 Blink cameras for what the other guys charge for only 1. But you also get an extra 10% off if you use the Gun Talk code. It's pretty simple. You just go to blinkprotect.com/guntalk. Pay attention. blinkprotect.com/guntalk. You got to put in the code Gun Talk, all one word, uppercase, lowercase, doesn't matter, just one word. Put in Gun Talk, and that'll be in the discount field when you check out. and you get an extra 10% off. So blinkprotect.com/guntalk. Use the Gun Talk code, get 10% off for your Blink security cameras. Pretty sweet. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. That was like unexpected. I didn't know somebody was going to call about that, but that's pretty cool. Let's see here. Line 2, Bill, Jacksonville, Arkansas. I believe that is. How you doing, Bill?
Yes, sir. I'm fine. Thank you.
Good.
Tom, I am a senior citizen.
Mm-hmm.
I have arthritis in my left hand, and I'm left-handed.
Okay.
I have a Glock 19, and the magazine release is really tight. It's hard for me to push to release it.
Mm-hmm.
And could I take that to a gun shop and have them adjust it somehow, make it where it's not so stiff? Or do you recommend another handgun that I could use as a concealed carry?
Now, remind me, does that have an ambidextrous mag release? It does. So how are you releasing the mag release? What are you pushing it with?
I'm trying to use my long finger on my left hand, but it's really tight for me to push it in. So I almost have to grab it with my right hand and then just to push the button down and release the head.
There are several pistols on the market now in that same category, the plastic polymer striker-fired guns, that have ambidextrous mag releases. So it's on each side, and that way you could just push it with your left thumb, the thumb on your left hand, and not have to do this weird pull your finger. Because, if you've got arthritis, you're trying to pull that trigger finger, index finger, all the way back to press that, that's difficult.
That's right.
No, I would look at, and without going online and just looking right now, I'm not sure which ones, but, look at the Smith & Wesson offerings, the SIG offerings, the Springfield Armory offerings out there. There are a number of manufacturers, and just look to see which ones have an ambidextrous mag release. I think you're going to find something you like. And look, they all work really well now, and all the companies stand behind them really well now. I mean, I just got an email while we're on the air here. Somebody with another report of another gun maker said, look, they didn't have to go as far as they did, but they took care of me. They went out of their way to take care of me, even though I bought this gun used. I mean, it's amazing. So I wouldn't worry about that. Find a gun you like and let somebody else enjoy that Glock, okay?
Right. One last thing. In Arkansas, we've got before the legislature, I think they're about to pass an active shooter training add on to your concealed carry. Okay. And I can't get anybody to answer a question. Will disabled people be allowed to participate in that and get the upgrade to their concealed carry?
Well, probably if it's still in the legislature, they probably don't know exactly what form it's going to come out in.
Right.
So I don't know, but, I'll see if I can find out anything, but I appreciate that. Also out of Arkansas this week, the governor, 2013, the legislature changed the regs, and everybody who read it said, hey, okay, that means open carry is legal in Arkansas, but evidently some law enforcement guys didn't think so. But this week, the governor, Arkansas governor, informed the state police, hey, I'm telling you, open carry is legal, so you need to treat somebody who's open carrying as though that person is legal. And, don't assume that person is carrying illegally, because evidently there's some confusion out there. But that's a good move. That's good for the folks in Arkansas. If you choose to open carry, you shouldn't get hassled over it. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. And if it does, keep it cool. That's, escalating things does not help. Just keep it cool about the whole thing. Let's see. When we come back, we'll be talking about a Ruger 1022 that somebody got, and also about the other guns that you're thinking about getting or you're getting, because we have room for you right now if you call us 866-TALK-GUN. I'm Tom Gresham. This is Gun Talk.
Colt National Match Ammunition, manufactured by Double Tap, is specially developed for performance and accuracy. Real match ammo, designed with competition power factors in mind. Colt National Match Ammunition by Double Tap Ammo, available in stores now.
The Springfield Armory SOCOM 16 CQB is a serious package of .308 firepower with a long military background. 10 inches shorter than the standard M1A with a standard 10-round or the optional 20-round magazine. It's a thunderous close-quarters battle rifle that stops, fights, fast. Ghost ring rear and tritium front sights with a 5-position adjustable cheek piece. The SOCOM 16 CQB is ready for anything. Springfield-Armory.com.
This land, once wild and free, fades now from our memory. But I remember what it was like, what we were like, what we are capable of when we band together. Perhaps more than any other landscape, wetlands embody the life-giving abundance that nature has to offer. And perhaps more than any other organization, Ducks Unlimited is working to ensure that our continent's wetlands not only survive, but thrive for generations well beyond this one. These natural wonders are where waterfowl begin their cycle of life, where the deer and the antelope play, and where we, the people, gather together to see and share what makes the outdoors so great. The time is now to band together with organizations like Ducks Unlimited. The time is now to rescue our wetlands.
All the refinements in Smith & Wesson's M&P M2.0 pistol series shrunk to a perfect carry size in the new compact version. 4-inch barrel, light crisp M2.0 trigger, aggressively textured grip for enhanced control, 4 interchangeable palm swell inserts, 2 magazines, lifetime service policy, 15-round 9mm mag, 13-round 40 mag. The M&P M2.0 compact pistol. More at smith-wesson.com.
Double Tap Ammunition, loaded with quality components, hand-inspected and made in the U.S., offering 481 loads in 82 calibers. Find your next shot at doubletapammo.net. doubletapammo.net.
Back with you, 866-TALK-GUN. Frank's in Oklahoma on line 3. Frank, you're on Gun Talk. What's up?
Well, about 7 or 8 months ago, I bought a 10-22 knee in the box at an auction, and then later I got a stack of stuff that had a BX trigger for the 10-22, and I'd got me a suppressor, and that was a tactical, and it had it already threaded, so I put the suppressor on it, and I put that trigger in it, and then I put a reticle red and green side on it, and all that trigger's fantastic compared to the old one.
Yeah, the BX trigger is really great. It's a great upgrade.
But it caused you to burn up more ammo.
Well, you're not going to get any sympathy over here. You know that, right?
I know that. But it is. Their trigger was good. But also, Ruger, I had a 6.8 Mini 14 that was a few years old, and it suddenly wouldn't reset. Called them, and they said, send it to us. They sent it back, and no questions, no charges.
Isn't that amazing? And it seems to be pretty much universal across the firearms industry. They just send it back. We'll take care of it. We'll make it right. And they just do.
Yeah, the tech said, well, it's whatever their normal warranty, but really it's a lifetime. Yeah. I mean, it really is. You're thinking, this. And the other part of it, you're thinking when you go in, like everything else, you think, oh, man, this is going to be a hassle. They're going to want to do this. And they're going to tell me they can't. And you call them and you talk to a person. They go, okay, fine. We'll send you a shipping label. Just get it back to us. We'll take care of it. And you're going, really? Just like that? Oh, and it was a used gun. It wasn't I bought it used, so I wasn't the first owner.
That's what I'm talking about. Better. That's what I'm talking about. It happens all the time. I got this used gun. I got this used scope. I sent it to Loophole. I sent it to Ruger. I sent it to whomever, and they just took care of it for me. And if they couldn't fix it, they send me a new one. You're going, really? Yeah, that's kind of how it works. And would that all other industries work that way? We would not. It would just be a better world. Let's put it that way. Well, that's very cool. Frank, the only solution to this whole problem is right now ammo is pretty darn cheap. I would go out and fill up the back end of a pickup truck full of 22 ammo right now.
Well, I kind of had over a period of time buying at auctions when it was high. I'd pay attention and steal it once in a while compared to the market price. But yeah, I ordered about 10 bricks here a while back when they was on special.
I like the way you think, man.
First, Double Tack forced me to buy a bunch of ammo when they had it 40% off.
Oh yeah,
and free shipping.
Yeah. Yep, Double Tap's got those deals going down in at 35% off. It's pretty amazing. You go free shipping. Yeah, I'm in. Just send it to me, put it on the front porch. I'm good to go. Well, thank you for that report. That is great. Yeah, 1022 is great, but when you put that Ruger BX trigger in it, by the way, you can get the BX triggers over at shopruger.com. It just really improves it because a good trigger makes everything better. It really does. So it's one of the reasons Timmy Triggers has done so well through the years. People go, yeah, I've already got a trigger. Think about it. Think about having a company. You sell aftermarket triggers. And everybody who has a gun already has a trigger. And so you have to convince them that your trigger is worth them spending money to replace the trigger on their gun. That's an interesting sell. That's an interesting pitch to make. And yet, once all they have to do is put it in your hands, you go, oh, that's really nice. I think I got to have that. Yeah, the BX trigger is very much like that one. Frank's in San Antonio on one. Hey, Frank, you're on Gun Talk.
Yes, Bob. I have purchased in the last 2 years some lever action rifles. And I've never had one before. And really fallen in love with them.
What made you start doing that?
Well, I don't know. I said, well, I never had one. I wanted to try one out. Mm-hmm. I got last two I got was a Marlin 336. It's a 30-30 caliber SS. Right. And the last one was the Henry Frontier that has the threaded ended barrel for sound suppressor.
Okay.
So, yes. And I put both of them with a Leopold scopes and 50 yards. I've got them in bullseyes. I'm ready to go back, try 100 yards.
You're just having fun, aren't you?
Yes. Man, I can't believe the accuracy. I was pretty happy.
Well, there's also, to me, the lever action kind of has similar appeal as a revolver. There's something fun about you providing the power to actuate everything, to in this case, flip the lever and you eject a round and you feed the new round in with your own power, like you do with a revolver, as opposed to having the automatic, the gas power do it. And I know that sounds silly, but you can feel everything happening in your rifle, can't you?
Yes, yes. And the sound, the noise of the chamber going in.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I mean, I'm wearing hearing protection, but I got it hears the low volume sounds, and then it blocks out the loud sound. Yes. That's number one. Take my hearing.
It becomes kind of a, not to make too much of it, but a sensual thing. You're making things happen with your own power. You can feel the action. You can feel the springs. You can, you're working the lever. You hear the clunk. You can hear and feel the round cycling in. I mean, it's just something cool about the whole thing. And then, of course, exposed hammers is pretty sweet, too. A great range report. I really appreciate that, Frank, and congratulations. Sounds like you're having a ball. All right, we've got about 1 minute. Charlie in Kansas, line 2. Tell me what you got, my friend.
Well, my wife bought me a cannon.
What's it shoot?
It shoots golf balls.
What's the power?
It's 27 inches with a 2-inch bore, and I haven't used it yet because I've got to build a carriage for it. But she also got me, she and my kids got me 465 golf balls, so I'm not going to run out of ammo.
What is the propellant?
2F black powder.
Sweet. A black powder cannon shooting golf balls. Good Lord, that sounds like fun. We'll be over for barbecue with you anytime, man. Thanks for that. That is cool. Hey, when we come back, I got a few thoughts about past year and the coming year and just a few things I'd like to throw at you. Maybe some food for thought. If you'd like to join us, though, 866-TALK-GUN. We always have room for you here on Gun Talk. A few random thoughts. They don't really get any more random than the stuff that runs through my head, trust me, because I never know what's going to be in there. Looking at 2017, 2018, this is kind of our, you look at it and you go, okay, what can I do better? Make the resolutions. I'm not big on resolutions, just trying to do better. My thoughts, winners and losers maybe. Winners, American gun owners with the election of Donald Trump. He may not be the most eloquent guy out there, but he is coming through on his promises and he is getting things done. And for that, I applaud him. And I kept saying before the election, it's about the judges, it's about the courts, it's about the justices, and we're seeing that. So I think we all win on that one. Also, big winners, self-defense gun uses, more and more of them, more being reported, men and women carrying. Now, on the loser side, as more and more people carry, we have inevitably more people who are not trained carrying. And I'm seeing more and more reports of bad shoots, if you will. And not in the case of shooting the wrong people, but of just bad shooting. Recently, I saw 2 different videos of people trying to stop a robbery, or in one case, trying to apprehend a shoplifter in a parking lot. And this is just a citizen. I mean, no business of his whatsoever. Nobody's getting hurt. And he ends up, this is the worst of it all, trying to shoot out the tires of a car. Police are not allowed to try to shoot out tires. You should never try that. If you've ever tried to shoot a tire, your handgun bullets are very possibly going to simply bounce off, assuming you can hit anything at all. In this case of these guys, they couldn't. I see people holding guns in weird positions, putting their hand over the top of the slide. Please, if you're at all interested in self-defense, if you don't want to be that guy, go get some real training. I guess that's my look forward. Same as my look backwards. I know you're tired of hearing me say it, but it's true. You don't know what you don't know. You don't know how bad you are. If you've never been to one of these classes, you are not prepared. You're not. And you're thinking, yeah, well, no, you're not good enough. No, I don't care if you've been hunting all your life. I don't care if you've been shooting competition all your life. You're not ready. You're not good enough. And you will. And here's the other thing. Here's the big payoff. Yeah, you want to be better at it. The big payoff is you will feel so much better about yourself. It will change who you are. It will change what you do. If you go get real, serious self-defense training with firearms, it will change a lot for you. So I throw that out for you. It is serious. I wish you to not be that guy. Nobody wants to do the wrong thing with a firearm. But the problem is, if you don't know, you don't know. Take somebody out with you. Take them to the range as often as you can. You know what's fun? Here's something for you. Taking a class together. You and your wife, you and your brother, you and your buddy, you and your kids. Go take a firearms class together. As simple as that. If you'd like to join us for the after show, we're going to be talking about a lot of this as far as what we did, what we wish we hadn't done, and what we plan to do. Our number is 866-TALK-GUN. You can call us right now. You can be a part of the after show. And don't forget to get the Gun Dealio app, because it'll help you to listen to shows that you miss. If you miss any gun talk shows, or you want to go back and listen to past shows, you can do that with the Gun Dealio app. It's free. Just put it on your smartphone, Gun Dealio. You can pick that up wherever you get your apps for your Android and your GPS. I guess I would say this as we head toward the end of the show and the end of the year. Take a look at everything that involves safety. By the way, make sure you have fire extinguishers, and make sure, you're going to laugh at me, make sure everybody in your house knows how to use a fire extinguisher. As you know, we had a fire. My wife did not know how to use a fire extinguisher, and it got away and destroyed pretty much all the house. Make sure people know how to use a fire extinguisher. Keep your guns safely. Keep your guns on you. Always carry and keep training. And be an ambassador for responsible gun ownership. I would ask that of you. Otherwise, be safe, be prosperous, be healthy. We'll see you on the other side in 2018.